Hi and welcome to another WebStarts Made Easy tutorial video. Now in this video we are going to show you how to open up a zip file. And obviously the zip files are very important because these are the folders that you download from WebStarts Made Easy onto your desktop to be able to access the codes which you want to upload into your WebStarts website. So up here, as you can see, I have the compact image zoom on my desktop. And to open that up, I just need to double click it. Now this folder that's within the zoom folder, I need to drag this onto my desktop like so. And the reason being is all folders that are in a zip file cannot be accessible. What I mean by that, if I double click on this HTML code, as you can see, nothing happens. Reason being is this is a compressed folder, and so everything that's within that zip file cannot be accessed because it's locked in that actual folder. We need to take the actual file out of it, put it on a desktop to make it become live and active. Now that we've done that, let's open up our compact image zoom. Now as you can see in this particular code, we have a CSS file, images folder, JavaScript folder, and of course a HTML code. What I want to talk about here is how all this works together. Now these folders you see here, the CSS, images and JavaScript folders, they are like links to the HTML code. But they are links that are within the actual folder itself. Now if you would have obviously watched about external links, our tutorial on that, and how external links work by becoming a link within the HTML code, this is basically the same thing. The only difference is the coding is working off the folders, and I'll explain how this all works. Let me open up the HTML code. Now as you can see, there's the links above here. There's the links for the CSS and links for JavaScript. Okay. Now as you can see here, there is the CSS link folder for the CSS and the JavaScript folder for the JavaScript. So what it does is my HTML coding is taking the information from these folders, and there's the two CSS files, and it's taking information from the JavaScript file. And then it brings that information into my HTML code file as here. It's the same thing with the images. As I open up my images, you can see there are my 5 images and their name. And if I open up my HTML file, there's the name of the image there, and there is the link folder called images. And that's basically how most zip files work. They provide you the folders which contain CSS file, JavaScript and images, and they then become the links to your HTML code. So if I was to go to my HTML file, double click it, we then have an active code in action, as you can see here. Now the great thing is about zip files and a complete coded folder is that if for any reason that the internet was down, I couldn't use the internet, this would still work because I have all the links I need for my HTML code, which means that if I'm working somewhere and I haven't got internet access, I can still work on my codes like so and do any adjustments in my CSS codes or my JavaScript codes, or if I want to change and add new images, I can do that and simply change the image names within my HTML file. Now hopefully so far you've kept up with me. obviously you need to watch this video again, but this is quite an important video, and you need to understand and learn exactly what I'm saying here for you to be able to upload your codes into WebStarts. Now if I open the CSS folder here, you also may see that there is an image folder within the CSS, and if I open that up, as you can see, there are images in here, arrows and other little enlargement images that work within your coding. Now I'll just have a look which one it is. Okay, that's the smaller one out of the two. Now as you can see here, here's a link. It's got images and loading1.gif. Now if I go back to my folder, click images, there's loading1, my GIF file. So what this does is because there's a link in my CSS coding here, and that's just one, and there's more here, as you can see here, those links go back to this image folder here, so it creates those images to appear in the CSS. Because if I didn't have this image folder here, then when I go to open up my URL, these arrows and this button here, the enlarger, would not appear, just be completely blank. So there's only a few codes that have an additional image that's got to be added to the CSS file. But as you'll learn when you watch all the tutorials on how to upload codes, I'll explain about how you add these images within your CSS file. Again, everything's there for you. Once you upload the image, you simply just put in your URL address, obviously whatever that is, uploads, and then save, and then these images become active within your CSS file. And it's the same with JavaScript. Once you've uploaded that, you simply then add your URL uploads address to the JavaScript, and then once you've done all the uploads and linked all your website URL addresses to your folders within your HTML code, then all you need to do is copy, select all, copy, and then upload that into your WebStarts website, save, and that code will be ready to go for you to place anywhere within your website. So hopefully I've not lost you with this particular video tutorial, because it is the longest one out of them all. But again, watch it again. As I say in all my videos, repetition is the mother of skill. So you watch more, learn more, and enjoy and have fun in creating your dream website.